Serious, in the spirit of October, what's the creepiest or most paranormal experience that has happened to you? When I was young, I would get fevers so disturbing to my system that I would hallucinate. After that, I never had something close to a paranormal experience, except that time someone tried to get in my house. Over the years I've realized that humans are scarier than any ghost/paranormal entity. I was walking to the bathroom one night, was home alone, and someone or something was peeking at me from around a corner. When I took a step forward, it then ducked back around the corner and out of view. My parents' old apartment. From 99 to 11, that place was awful. I have personally been yanked out of my bed by my ankle by no one when I was alone that one night. My elder sibling had her bed shaking and jumping in the middle of the night. My younger sibling was listening to music and lost her hearing for a few minutes, only to hear whispering and murmurs in her ears. My mother would always feel someone/thing touch her shoulder or quietly call her. We all have been followed by something through the hallway to the kitchen, just right behind us. My mother heard a huge crash in the kitchen in the middle of the night, only find nothing had happened at all. Certain portraits would jump off. Those stupid curtains my mom always had hanging by the hallway entrance would sometimes shift as someone was peeking through them, when we would know there was no one in the bedrooms or bathrooms. The funny thing is, my father experienced nothing. He thought we were crazy and over-imaginative. My cousins got to experience too. Everyone but my father. Fuck that apartment, was so happy to move out of there when I was able to. My elder sister left as soon as she graduated high school. Eventually my parents and younger sibling moved out of that apartment too. I was watching YouTube when an ad came up. Like normal, I go to skip it. But it doesn't let me. I exit the video. I can't. I turn off my computer. My screen turns off, but the ad's sound keeps playing. I go to get my laptop repaired. The man that was repairing it said nothing was wrong with it. Then asked if I liked the ad. I just looked at him, and he smiled. He said, "Bye." I woke up to the sound of that ad playing. I guess just a bad dream. I go to get my laptop repaired that day. The guy there that's repairing it is the same man from my dream. He asks me if he's seen me before. I just ask for my laptop and leave. I keep seeing him in new dreams, and he keeps appearing in similar areas as he was in my dreams. Creepy. I move. He's on the streets there too. Not really creepy, I guess, but the one that comes to mind was back in 2006 or 2007. My uncle was blind and handicapped, but he was extremely gifted with people. He knew them well. He passed in his room, fluid in his lungs. I took it really hard. I didn't do much with him because I was young and just, I don't know, awkward, I guess. Well, my dad convinced me to finally start talking to him, saying that he could be really helpful to me. So I did, and we grew close pretty quick. I would try to sneak up on him to scare him while he was in his room. The hallway was carpeted and so was his room, and he would be listening to a movie, and yet somehow, homeboy always knew that it was me before I even walked in. I have no idea how. Anyway, one day after he passed, I walked back to his room and just looked around at all the stuff, said "I love you" and turned around, and I swear I heard him say it back. I can't really explain it, as I don't believe dead loved ones can hear us or speak to us, but it was definitely odd. My near-death experience. When I was around 12, I was swimming alone at a river that I was all too familiar with. That made me become cocky and decided to dive a little deeper and stay underwater a little longer. On my way back, I hit my head and became paralyzed. I was unable to move and was drowning. To make things worse, the current was taking me to a waterfall. I was gonna die either way. But suddenly, when I was losing consciousness, I saw a big white hand grabbing me and take me next to shore. I also felt a surge of energy and pulled my head out of the water. But there was no one around. I was still alone. A hallucination and adrenaline rush? God, I don't know. I only know that I was alive and well. Okay, here is one of my experiences. So about 3 years ago I had a couple of friends over for the night, and we had recently started using the Ouija board because it was very fascinating and scary to us considering we were like 13 to 14, so after a while of speaking with the dead we connected with this young boy on the board. While playing with the board, the three of us either had to go to the bathroom or wanted something to drink etc, but since we were spooked we all went together. So me and my two best friends at the time were walking down my staircase. I was in between both of them, having one in front of me and behind me. We silently walked down the stairs knowing we couldn't wake up my dad because he would be angry. As we tiptoed down the second set of stairs we all heard a completely clear childish voice say, "Be quiet." I assumed it was my friend and turned around, but she looked absolutely freaked out. I asked her what she said and she whispered, "I thought that was you." And I could see the tears building in her eyes. My other friend agreed that she heard it and was just as freaked out. Without hesitation we all booked shit running back up the stairs and into the room where our other friends were with the board. We were very shook up after hearing that voice and quickly went to the board for answers. The boy we had been connecting with was still there, so we thought to ask what had happened. The young boy admitted he had said it, and when I asked why he did it, the planchette didn't move for a small bit, but I remember it felt like forever, and spelt out, "Don't want to wake your dad up," and we were literally freaked the hell out. No sleep would